Hey everyone, welcome back. So Chelsea beat Tunis last night and got a 3-0 win, and now they're progressing to the last 16 where they'll play Benfica on Saturday. So I'm going to do a quick preview of the match and predict what María will pick for the lineup, and then handpick 5 players that I think we should look out for. I've also got some interesting stats about the squad rotation, how many minutes the players have played. If you're new around here and you're a Chelsea fan, hit subscribe, there'll be plenty more content coming your way. The aim for this video is to get 30 likes, so if you like this video, hit the like button. That's the intro out of the way, let's just jump into it. So I'm going to build the lineup that I think María going to pick against Benfica on Saturday in the last 16. In position order, so first of all we've got Sanchez in goal, and I think it's obvious that he'll start. Jorgensen played the third game, but that was just due to rotation, and I think Sanchez comes back into the goal. So into defence, and I've got James, Chalobah, Colwill and Cucurella. I think Colwill and Cucurella are locked in. They got rested last game, so they're nailed in the side. The two that I'm not sure about is James and Chalobah. Chalobah could easily be rotated with Tosin. Tosin played the last game, he got a goal, did well, but because Chalobah got rested, I'm thinking he'll start this game because it is a short turnaround to the game. And then there's James, there's other midfielders that could potentially play at right back, Caicedo, and then Lavia playing in midfield. So I'm not sure on James, but it is a big game, so I think he might play because he didn't play the last game. And then we've got Gusto that did well last game. And then Akturkoglu, he played really well last game, but I don't think he'll start. But yeah, I wanted to just quickly flag that I thought he did really well last game. Then into midfield, Caicedo and Fernandes. This could change. This could be Lavia and Caicedo. This could be Fernandes and Lavia, and then Caicedo at right back. This is where I think there's one of the changes. It's either James not playing and Caicedo going right back and Lavia playing and Tosin playing, or Fernandes getting dropped for Lavia and we go with Caicedo and Lavia. Then into the attacking positions, I think it's Neto, Palmer and Madueke that'll start. I think it's nailed that. I don't think there's anybody else that could come in unless one of them picks up a little bit of a knock or a bit fatigued and they can't play and start. So I think it'll be them 3. And then obviously Delap up front because Jackson's suspended and got an extra ban. So it'll be Delap that'll be leading the line, I think. I thought Nkunku played pretty well last game. Gui came off the bench and did a good job. George got himself a goal late on. And then we've got Asensio and Santos. I think one of them comes off the bench to make an impact and give us fresh legs. If it's Fernandes that comes off and it's Santos and we're trying to get another goal, or it's Asensio and we're trying to tighten up and we bring off Caicedo, Lavia and bring on some fresh legs. Them are the players that I think might get changed. I also just want to quickly flag that we play on Saturday against Benfica. Then if we do actually win and progress and play Palmeiras or Botafogo, we don't actually play for the following Saturday, so we've actually got 7 days rest. So this 11 that we pick, it could be the strongest 11. Then they have a full week to recover. That'd be great for players like James and Lavia, that Maréska's already said that he won't play them 2 games in a week. So I think for these next 2 games, I don't think there'll be much rotation. I think it'll be the strongest 11 as we can pick and trying to get progress to the next round and then progress to the next round. So there we have the 11 that I think María will pick for Benfica. Let me know in the comment section which ones you agree with, which ones you think I've got wrong, and what would you do if it was you that was manager? Who would you start? Would you start James? Would you start Caicedo right back and get Lavia in the side? Would you start Tosin ahead of Chalobah? I think the other ones are pretty nailed in, so I don't think there's much other conversations to have. But if you think I'm wrong with other places, let me know in the comment section. So lastly, I just wanted to go over 5 key players from the Benfica side that I think we should look out for. First is Cocu from midfield. He's got 12 goals and 11 assists. That's kind of Fernandes type of numbers. So he's one that I think we should look out for. Next, we've got Otamendi, who's got 8 goals and 6 assists. I think he's got 2 assists in the Club World Cup so far. 1 winning a penalty and 1 actually an assist. He's one of them players that we need to mark on set pieces because he's an aerial threat. I'm sure a lot of you already know him from the Man City days. He's coming to the back end of his career, but he's still a high quality player that we should look out for on set pieces. Next, we've got Angel Di María. He's got 3 goals so far in the Club World Cup, 18 goals and 10 assists this season. He's actually leaving at the end of the season. So this could actually be his last game. If we knock them out, this will be his last game before he goes to his boyhood club. He's done well so far this tournament. So next we've got Akturkoglu, who's got 18 goals and 16 assists so far this season. He's a real threat. He didn't start the first game. He started the second and third. He's not got a goal or assist so far this tournament, but he's very likely to get one if we give him a chance. So we need to be wary about him. And then lastly, we've got Pavlidis. He's got 30 goals and 13 assists so far. He's the main striker. They've got Belotti, but I don't think he'll be starting. It'll be Pavlidis that starts. So we need to be wary about him. So there we have it for the 5 players that I think we should look out for. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert. I know a little bit about them and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a brief update of what I think we should be looking out for. But if you know a bit more and you want to get in the comment section and let me know who I've missed out, get in the comment section. I'm happy to learn. So yeah. Moving on. So first of all, I just want to go over some stats that I collected after the group stages. So 25 of the 28 players that have travelled for the Club World Cup squad have actually played. We have travelled with 29 because Paez has actually gone, but he's not actually in the squad. After yesterday's match, we've only got 3 that are yet to play: Pendas, Selena and Anselmino. No player in the squad has started all 3 games. If a player has played 2 full matches, then they've been rested for the third. That's the players like Sanchez, Caldwell, Cucurella. And then we've got 5 players that have taken part in all 3 matches: Gusto, Lavia, Fernandez, Madueke and Delap. But they've all came off the bench at least in one of them. And then the last stat is Gusto is the only player that's played a full match out of the 5 of them. So as you can see, there's been a lot of rotation in the squad, which will be hopefully helpful for us. So I quickly jotted down all the minutes that the players have played in the Club World Cup, and as you can see, Gusto's played the most minutes so far. And then Sarr and Santos came on last game. I'm not going to go into detail with all the rest. You can pause the video and have a quick look about it. So there we have it for the Benfica preview. I'm actually feeling a bit confident that we will win. When we've played the tougher sides at the back end of the season, we've done well. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Manchester United, Real Betis, we've won all them matches. And them are the sides where we could have easily lost them games in the previous, but I feel more confident that we will actually turn up against these bigger sides. Yes, I know we got beat by Flamengo and they are a good side, but I feel like now we're in the knockout stages, they know this is a Benfica side and we need to turn up. I'm actually more confident that we will actually do something. I do feel like we need to make sure we get a grab hold of this side and actually take control of this game and not let them have the first 30-40 minutes of the match. We've had that in a few previous ones, the Real Betis match, the Nottingham Forest matches. I don't think we played the best in the first half, so I'm hoping that this game we actually turn up at the start and get on the front foot from the start and start to take control straight away instead of coming into it later on, because the last thing we want to do is go a goal behind and let them sit 11 men behind the ball and then we have to break them down. But we do have to remember that Delap's starting up front for us. I'm not complaining about that. He's got a goal and assist, but he's new to this side. There's not much of a bond yet. We can't say that he knows everything that what Madueke and Neto are going to do exactly. Yes, he's trained with him a couple of weeks, but that will come with time. And if we do have to break 11 men behind the ball kind of tactics, maybe he doesn't get enough space. I still think he will try and get space. That's something I really do like about him. He does attack the areas. He does attack the 6-yard box. He tries to get in front of his defenders and have a first touch shot. So it will be good if hopefully Neto and Madueke start pinging in balls that he can get himself into an area. But they don't have that link up as much as other players, but hopefully over the season they will. I'm not saying he can't do it this game. I'm just saying we have to remember that he's only just starting with his side, so maybe we have to be a bit wary about that. And hopefully we don't have to break it down to 11 men and we get the early goal and we're ahead and then we have to let them push up and we have space in behind, as we've seen with Pedro Neto in the opening 2 games. That space in behind, if you give him that space, we could easily get the second and third. So hopefully we get the first goal in this game and then we can cruise through the game and pick them off in the second half. So with all that in mind, I'm actually going for a 3-1 win to Chelsea. I think we'll get the early goal. I think we'll get a second goal while they're pushing to try and equalise, and then I think they'll pull one back to make it 2-1. And then as they're pushing to get an equaliser, but later on in the game, we'll beat them on the break, and somebody like Neto will get in behind and score the third. So I'm going for a 3-1 win. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the score and if you think we'll progress. Will we actually go to extra time and stuff like that? And yeah, that's it for now. I'm signing off and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.